Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Jazzy Symposium. I am Jazzy. Today is Poetry Tuesday, and today we have me on the roster. Okay. I've actually been writing so much lately because it just be so much going on to the point where that's just my outlet. And plus, I just be inspired by a lot of stuff, but I just been in a writing mood like lately where I just been writing back to back to back to back to back to back to back. So, in the midst of writing these poems, I wrote this one. It's called Binary Stars. Binary Stars is by far one of my favorites this far. I actually have a lot of them that I like, though. A lot of them that I love, But this one right here is definitely. I just wrote this, I think, last week. Yeah, last week. But this poem right here is definitely one of my favorites. Okay. So, Binary Stars, y'all. Binary stars. Like a blue and red star, bluebird and red cardinal, we coincide well together. Energy propelling from a parallel angle, aligned like no other. Eclipsed like the sun and the moon in the daylight hours, shining more vibrant than any shade of darkness. Like starring in our very own movie, A-list and star roles, twinkling as one. Orbiting around the perimeters of a design trail, a design phenomenon for the two of us, circling to collide, but gravity won't allow, as we circle around each other's lives, unable to magnetize. Obstacles from trying, the space in between us divides. As we work harder to tie ourselves together, the universe just isn't in our favor. A tombstone of memories, dying slowly, needing rebirthing like a supernova. Maybe, just maybe, when it happens, we can create a big bang for our future to continue a paradox that we'd construct. It'll be just you and I, me and mine, we and us. Our very own world with our own personalized butterfly nebula. A beautiful force field that surrounds us with signs and wonders, leading us like the North Star to what's promised, compensating for the troubles, because the love of us brought us forever. Y'all know how we do, baby. You know how we do, snap, snap. Okay, y'all, but yeah, that's what I have for y'all today. I hope y'all like it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Pretty much this poem is due to, there are people that are soulmates, meant to be together, souls searching for each other, souls trying to find each other in a lifetime, right? They're trying to reconnect. They're trying to find their match, their mate, their soul, their other half, their soul, their soulmate. But in this lifetime, sometimes it's hard. You have so many forces working against divine couples. This is why you hear people say when people get married, or when people, like the right people get married, their marriage comes under attack. That's why, because you have constant forces that are working against divine unions. They don't care about you being with a toxic person. They don't care about you being with someone that's going to traumatize you to death. They don't care about you being with somebody that's going to damage your mind, that's going to destroy your life. They don't care about that. They don't. But when it's something beautiful, when it's something designed by God or ordained by God, and that God wants for two people, they gonna raise hell to try to keep that from happening and stop that from coming together. This is why when people get married, they come up under attack. And sometimes they be like the perfect match, right? And then they get into these relationships, these marriages, and then all of a sudden, here go Jezebel. Now they send in women to try to destroy the marriage, destroy the relationship. Then they send in men that might look better, that might be doing better, that might have things that you want. And not to say that they all are bad people. I'm saying that when you in a marriage, it's different, because these things start coming out the woodworks. When you with your divine partner, that stuff comes in like a flood. You got your man fighting off whores. You got the woman fighting off whores. And the whole thing is like a game. It's like a game. It's like a game, but you got to have two awakened individuals together, because if it's only one person seeing it and the other person don't, that's a weak link, which means eventually they going to see their way into that marriage or relationship through that person. But if you have two awakened people that's strong in their faith, strong in their strength, strong in their fight, strong in this stuff together with each other, it ain't nothing no Jezebel could do. She can flaunt her ass. Baby, she can pick-a-boo him. She could do whatever she wants to. She could say all the right things that she'll do to him. He ain't going for that. He don't want it. But then you have, a man, when, a woman is married to, her, you're going to have men coming. You're going to have them come flirting, flattering, got the best things, the best compliments, flashing money, always talking about they can do you better. And, y'all going to be faced with stuff. But it takes two awakened people to protect it, though. So when you get it, you gotta hold on tight to it, because it's always forces working to keep y'all apart or to break it up. It's always forces, principalities working to destroy it, to stop it from happening. So you gotta have two wise people together that's aligned, that's equally yoked, that understand the spiritual fight, that understand this stuff. Otherwise, someone's going to fall victim. Especially if y'all finally make it together. And if that person fall victim and you tied to this person, you going to fall with them. 9 times out of 10, especially if y'all deeply connected and then they got you connected to this person, they get them, they 9 times out of 10 gonna get you too. Because you're tied to them. And if y'all, depending on like how much time y'all invested in y'all relationship, you know, you're gonna be deeply rooted in this person. It's gonna be hard to just let a person go that you so invested in, so done grew to love, that you're in love with, and then this person is weaker link, and then they get him. You ain't gonna be able to let him go. So if they or get her, so if you're not able to let this person go and they got him or got her, you going down too. So you gotta have people, like, y'all gotta be aligned. Y'all gotta both be strong minded. Y'all gotta both fight for the cause. Y'all gotta both stand on business about each other. You know, y'all gotta understand and see these unseen forces that you're fighting against just to keep yourself together. But yeah, that's what Binary Stars is about. It's about two souls trying to find each other, trying to get back to each other. But they got everything in the world working against them. And even though they're searching, looking, trying to find their way back home to one another, they have not yet, because all of these forces working against that happening. But eventually they find themselves back together because the universe conspired in their favor. And because of their love so strong for one another, and that grounded search for their soulmate and sticking in there too, they found each other. You know, they found each other, which brought them forever. Because they finally came together and found, you know, their other half, which blessed that union. Because anytime you come into contact with your person, I'm talking about your real person. I'm not talking about no sexcapades, no freak hoes, you know, no freak hole niggas. I mean, not niggas, but men. No, you know, no exchanges, no crazy stuff. Like when you come into contact with your divine counterpart, the stars align for y'all. Things start falling into your favor. For the both of you. Not just one. For both of you. So you'll know when you find that person, when you found your soulmate in that other half, because that's exactly what'll start happening. It's not going to be chaos and fighting and crazy stuff and destroying your life and destroying your mind and craziness and that and the third. It's not going to be nothing like that. You know, so that's what Binary Stars is about. It's about two souls trying to find each other, trying to get them, make their way back to each other, back to one another, back home to each other. They're trying to find each other, make their way back to each other while fighting these forces that's, you know, making it hard for them. Whether they haven't met each other or have met each other and, you know, split and trying to get back together, whatever the case is, you know, they're trying to find their way back home. But y'all, that's all I have for today. Y'all chime in, let me know what you think. Okay? Let's talk.